This is Jan Ravel, and right now I'm interviewing Kelly Webb, who has some fantastic information that I'm excited to hear more about. So, Kelly, you said that you do martial arts. Tell us a little bit about that, how you got into it, how long you've been doing it, and all that good stuff.
Okay, so my husband and I, it was really his idea about over 20 years ago. Our son was doing Taekwondo, and my husband said, I think we should do this. And we were busy with full-time jobs, 4 kids at home. Life was crazy, and I thought he was crazy. But I went ahead and said yes. And I was going to give it 6 months. And then 6 months went by, and pretty soon I was getting my first degree black belt. And then time
Wow.
just continued to go. And I realized that there was so much more to what I was learning from a physical and a mental and an emotional aspect than just the kicking and punching. So a few more years went by, and we opened our own school. We were 3rd-degree black belts at that time. We're currently 5th degree, but we branched off from there because as we got older, I'm 61 years old now. As we got older, I realized that some of the things we were doing were not really sustainable for us. So I got into Qigong, and I found an instructor. I'm certified 500 hour now, and I've been doing it for 8 years. And, I just love it. And I see the healing potential in the practice.
How did you discover the healing practice? I mean, I've known for years that Qigong and healing kind of were hand in hand.
Mm-hmm.
So how did you discover that?
Yeah, so through the martial arts, we didn't learn any of the healing aspect really. But when we opened our school, an integrative doctor that we had in our area invited us to come meet with this woman who was going to do a demo. And so we went to do the demo, and I was like, wow, this is really cool. So we invited her to come to our school, and we invited all of our students to come, and she did a class for us. And then I asked her if she wanted to start offering classes through our school, because I was just standing there and I could feel the energy, and I'm like, oh my gosh, this is it. This is, I found the thing that is going to be my next phase. And she didn't want to. She said, no, why don't you do it? Well, all right, challenge accepted. So I started doing it. And I've ever since COVID, because I used to do everything in person, but then COVID happened, and I was already starting to learn about the online space. So I transitioned everything, and my people who were with me then are still with me now. We meet in the mornings online, and we do our practice, and I have lots of different ways to meet them where they're at and give them the different aspects of healing that they're looking for.
That's very exciting, because sometimes I think of martial arts and even Qigong physical things, like I've seen some of the dance things that they have on video now, but I always think of it as an in-person thing rather than online.
Mm-hmm.
And yet I do Reiki over the computer.
Right.
So
right.
Why I have the thought that you wouldn't do the same thing doesn't make sense.
Yeah, so I'm a Reiki master also, but chi transmission or energy transmission in whatever form it comes, whether it's in person or out through the universe, is the same.
True.
There is no barrier
to
where that energy can go and how it will flow to the individual who's receiving it.
That's awesome. So now I'm really excited. I want you to tell us, what is your gift for the giveaway?
Okay,
I hope it's Qigong.
Everything I do is Qigong, basically. So my gift is, it's a stress technique mini course. So and sign up for the course. And then I've got different videos in there where I walk people through a variety of different Qigong based movement and breathwork practices.
Oh,
So
that's awesome.
some of them to energize, because we don't always want to be like Zen. Sometimes we need to boost ourselves up, and we can
Right.
use the energy in both ways. And then some of them are to, kind of relax and get into that Zen moment. Breath work is the heart of many things. So we do some of that. Some of them are a little more active, but none of them are crazy. There's no twisting into a pretzel or doing any of that kind of stuff.
So people who are 60 something and older could do this, as
Oh,
well as younger people could do it. But
absolutely. Most of my current membership, because I have a membership group, most of my members are older than me. My oldest one just celebrated her 86th birthday.
Oh my gosh.
And she shows up for every class, of course, unless something comes up. But yeah, so it's great for older people. I wish that younger people, I wished I had known about this in my 40s or whatever, because I think it would be life-changing.
So what about for kids, and what about parents? I know that Eva Goulet has, did I say her name right? She's got the spirit camp for kids. I don't know that she does anything like this, but do you have anything that parents can do it with their kids or teach the kids? Or
I don't have specific created courses for that, but I have worked with another mom who is also in the healing world. And I was teaching her two boys Taekwondo for a while. And then their life changed and some things came up. But we were doing some Qigong as part of that as well, because they're very active. And one of the things that she was looking for was a way to kind of get them to focus.
yeah.
And they actually did really well with it. We would sit cross-legged, and they would or we practiced a variety of different things. We use a lot of animals in Qigong. So we would do some of the different animal movements.
Okay.
Make it fun and engaging.
So I think of kids being so much more active than certainly I've ever been, but thinking that they would probably enjoy Taekwondo rather than Qigong. Am I wrong there?
I think there's a place for both. I think the energetic aspect of Taekwondo, the kicking and punching, is really important. But in that discipline with kids, what we really focus more on is character development.
Yeah.
Like respect, courtesy, having good integrity, good self-control. And they learn that, the Taekwondo or any martial art is really just the vehicle to teach that. So whether it's Taekwondo or animal Qigong, it's the same type of thing. It helps them get into their body and learn to manage their energy, their thoughts, have self-control, and to really care about themselves at a deeper level. Everything is so external in our world right now. And I think there is definitely a place for kids and young people and young adults to really get more connected to their inner self.
And I would think that the animal Qigong would be really attractive to, in particular, to young people, to children. I mean, you hear about in the libraries where they have kids reading to dogs and that kind of thing. So I know this isn't your gift for the giveaway, but talk to me a little bit more about that, about the animal Qigong.
Yeah, so every season we do a 5-season rotation. This is it's a standard Chinese medicine type of approach. We call it 5 elements. So in the spring, we focus on the deer. We think about the deer as, you know, jumping over the fence and getting into your garden and being very springy. And so we're working flexibility and movement, being light on our feet and that kind of thing. Then the next season is what we call fire, and that's early summer. And the animal is the hawk. So there's a graceful movement, and yet there's also a power. If you think about a hawk in nature and being the hunter and that kind of a thing. So we take the different aspects of the animal and we work that in. We'll work a lot of balance. I'll have my students who are with me right now, we'll work on a lift and a drop and maybe a side to side motion. So we're working on balance and keeping ourselves aware of our surroundings. And then the next season, which is where we're at right now, is called the earth element. And that animal is, and of course I'm drawing a blank right this second, and I just did it this morning, but it's a centered, grounded energy. So it really doesn't matter so much what animal. Oh, it's the monkey. We're working on the monkey, but
the monkey is grounded.
Well, it's the opposite, actually. So we take that energy and we bring it in.
Okay.
And we ground it. So no,
Okay.
the monkey is not, but the energy, we learn to focus inward and become grounded through, you know, working through that.
Right.
And then next will be fall. And that is a tiger energy. So it's very, well, it's energetic, but it's, we work a lot of strength, power type movement. And then we'll move into winter, which is the bear. And the bear is, we think about the bear in nature as just kind of, you know, being big and hibernating. Think about the bear hibernating, and it's a very, actually a yin. So darkness, think nighttime, how the bear hibernates. So we do more meditation and more internal work. Whereas in the summer, we were doing much more external work. Right. So there's a whole rotation, and there are other animals too. Those just happen to be, you know, 5 that we can talk about quickly. We incorporate the healing sounds into that. Yeah, there is so much to learn. Like you would never get bored, ever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, and I see you have a pooch there napping who doesn't seem to be bothered by your talking.
No, I actually have 3. 2 of them are right here with me right now. And no, they're used to it. Actually, when I do practice, they're usually hanging out right in that area because the energy is good.
Right. Yeah.
You know, they enjoy it. So
yeah.
All
right. Now tell us again about your gift for the giveaway.
Okay. So my gift is it's a stress reduction technique mini course.
Okay.
So they'll get access to a variety of different videos over several days that they can use. You know, I'll explain what we're using it for, how to do it. We'll practice a little bit together. Everything is done in video, and then I do have some written content that goes with it. There's a book, mini book, PDF that they can also download that goes with that to give them kind of a schedule, you know, and some affirmations that they can work in. Because sometimes when we're doing meditation or breathing, it's hard to sit still and just do it. You know, a lot of people have trouble. So, you know, I give them some affirmations, some different things that they can focus on. And if you're not at the seated meditation point in your life, or you just have a lot going on, moving meditation is another great way to get there. So Qigong really brings in, we do seated, standing, and moving. So we do meditation in 3 different ways typically.
Okay. All right.
So the course includes all of that.
That's excellent. Thank you. And tell us, if somebody wants to get in touch with you, how do they go about doing that?
Oh, okay. So my my business is called Eastern Wisdom Meets Modern Lifestyle. So it's kind of
Okay.
long, but my goal, my objective was to take these Eastern practices and bring them into a more modern life. You know, we're all living in a modern world. We need
Mhm.
to be able to survive
Right,
somehow and not on cortisol and coffee.
right.
You know, we want to bring in the good endorphins and the things that make us feel good. So Eastern wisdom meets modern lifestyle.
And is there a particular website?
That is my website.
Oh, that is a long one.
It is
E
long.
Eastern wisdom meets Western
Meets modern lifestyle.
meets modern lifestyle.
I can send you a link. It actually takes everything into my vault where all of my
Okay,
offerings are located.
all right. Okay, good.
So
And
mhm.
that will be in your gift, I guess, is
Yes,
okay,
yes.
great.
That will be the link.
Yeah,
So they'll go there to get the gift and then they
okay,
can see all the other things.
perfect.
Yeah. Mhm.
All right. Well, I want to thank you very much for being part of the giveaway, and I'm excited to go get your gift.
Oh, well, thank you. I'm excited to be here.